everyone, and welcome to the 8th plot. We're back with another What If episode, and as you can tell from the opening, intro, etc.
Are we gonna have the channel name come out and transform into itself?
Ah, that would have been a good idea. Why didn't I figure that? I was just going to do the Oh, you two didn't know what that is because that's from the old cartoon.
Nobody cares about the whole cartoons, Mark.
Before Ben interrupted me, I was going to say this is the Transformers. What if? What if we were thrown into the Transformers universe, the Michael Bay one, unfortunately,
the best one,
the
Michael
unfortunate Payne. Michael Bay,
Bane.
Not Payne,
Bane,
Michael Bain,
Alfred.
Oh no, what? Anyway, you're thinking of
my
Michael.
back.
You're thinking of Michael Caine, aren't you?
There's too many Michael Caines, Baines, whatever.
Dear me.
There really isn't. You made up Michael
I didn't even
Bain.
say that. I said Bay. Anyway, tangent control. We're back in.
Hey,
What? You don't own it. The whole point of
where is the contract?
The whole point of our catchphrases for the show is that you don't own it, because at one point one of us will say other catchphrases are available and you get angry because we stole it from you. So, sorry.
Stupid thing.
Now that we're back, we're doing What If You Were
Other catchphrases to steal are available.
Dang it, Ben.
We are going to do the Transformers universe. Now, we're only going to focus on the first 3 films, because quite frankly, I would not be able to tolerate sitting through all 6 of them.
Here's a meme of what Mark would do if he was watching them.
I don't include the Bumblebee one, because that's actually good.
See, the thing is with Mark is that he detests anything that is made that is beautiful.
No, that's not true.
And
Anything
Michael
made by
Bay films generally are incredible.
No,
so I think Mark is he's a very biased judge here.
That's true, but I don't like these films. Truthfully, honestly, I don't. But we're only doing the first 3 Michael Bay films, okay? And obviously, we should start with, what do you think of them? Because you're biased too.
Whoa! We've not done. No.
What have I done?
We've got to do graphics first.
Oh, sorry. I always forget. No, I don't always forget to do this.
You always forget to do that.
I just forgot to do it this time. As usual, this is as a 3-way conversation between me, Scott, and Bruce.
It won't be. I'll be very
I don't know who Bruce is. Anyway.
Batman?
Then, obviously, for anyone doing anything good in this universe, once you're thrown into it, you'll be represented by Autobots symbol, as clearly seen here. If you're going to do anything bad, you're going to be the Decepticon symbol, because they name themselves the Decepticons, and if that's clear indication they're the bad guys.
Name.
And I do.
Can we just ask, where are the eyes on the Decepticon symbol?
Well, if you look at it, they've got 4.
Yeah, but then
nostrils.
The Autobots don't, because they've only got 2 there.
Oh no, then the eyes must be these 2 triangles down here.
Or either those 2, and they're just really.
Well, no, because if you look
for
at
the listeners,
Autobots,
they're pointing at the picture.
But then that looks like nostrils.
We're not here to debate the logo, but if you look at it, there's 2 eyes down here. And then the Decepticons are the 2 triangular, because.
But that's clearly the nostrils.
Then look, it doesn't matter. They're the bad guys. They can't design anything. They're terrible at it. They're terrible at everything, including beating the Autobots, it seems. And obviously, the overall...
Untrue. They won the war on Cybertron.
Did they?
Mic drop.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
No, they left a wasteland, as proven by the 3rd film in the series that we're talking about.
Yeah, and Sentinel's just like, we were never going to win the war, so a deal had to be made with Megatron. Yeah, and they were literally defeated. Yeah, Optimus Prime is like,
they were ruling a barren planet, a ruined planet.
They still won.
And they lost.
They still won, though.
And in the film that you haven't seen yet, The Age of Extinction, or what was it? Yeah, it was The Last Night.
Bumblebee.
It's in pieces and shattered. So well done, Decepticons.
They still won.
It's like fighting over a 1 meter square patch of the Sahara Desert and then going, I won! I've got sand. That can't...
Your point? They still beat them.
I don't think that's winning. Is it winning when the victory is so bitter?
Winning?
Yes. No, it's not. Anyway, Sam Witwicky is going to be our... Because he's the one from whom we view everything going on in the Transformer universe. And he gets to be the human who Optimus Prime likes for some reason. I still haven't figured out why. And
because he's got glasses.
He doesn't.
He's got the glasses.
His grandpa had glasses.
He has the glasses.
Either way, he's our
which only referenced in the first film.
Narrator POV character, so that's why he's standing in there. Have I done it now, Scott?
It's because he's a ladies' man.
Are you username ladiesman217?
He says he is, but he's the worst. But no one who's actually a ladies' man calls himself a ladies' man.
Your point?
He got Megan Fox, of course he's a ladies' man.
That's
true.
My point is, he's not a ladies' man.
Fine.
Have you seen his girlfriend? And his other one in the third film?
Yes, I have.
Point proven.
That doesn't mean he's a ladies' man.
How on earth does Shia LaBeouf get them? He has to be a ladies' man.
Let me show you. Let me show you. It says so in the script. It's not. No one like Sam Witwicky would ever get Megan Fox or that other woman who replaced Megan Fox in the third one. I should probably look it up.
What's her name?
That's a good question. Let's see. Darker Than the Moon. Her name
I've not seen her in anything else, so it can't be that important.
No, that's wrong.
Not necessarily the actress, but the character.
Wow, she's
Sharon?
not even. She's not even. She's not top billing at all. Humans. Here we go. That's why I was getting it wrong. Still, Sam's Rosie Huntington Whitley as Carly Spencer.
Oh yes.
Sam's new girlfriend. It says here in the description in Wikipedia.
Hmm.
I feel
that is all she is.
That is all she is. Sam's new girlfriend, and that's true of the script.
Mm.
But there we go. Let's talk about what we think of these films, gentlemen. I dislike them intensely.
You are wrong.
But I brought all of them on Blu-ray because for some reason I still haven't figured out why. Something about them, even there must be some subliminal message in them that's making me buy them. But
I see you.
Buy these on Blu-ray. But there are things I enjoy about them, but I think they're terrible films.
I think I dislike that you dislike them.
That's not what we're here for. Tell me what you think of the film.
I love them.
Justify that.
I think that they are fun films, and they don't need to be overly complicated. They have fun and they poke fun at themselves, and it's a fun film.
Do they poke fun at themselves?
Well, I mean, like, nobody really, no serious action film really has like so many 360 degree like camera shots of the heroes where it goes like underneath them, and they're like,
and there's always a sunset.
And they're like, and sunsets and army
or
and
sunrises
and badass lions and everything, and so it's a fun film. That is all it is and needs to be.
I tell you what would make it better: no humans.
Everyone knows that, but like,
it's clear as day that the humans spoil Transformers movies.
They don't spoil it. They're just like, my enjoyment slightly drops, but I still enjoy it because it's great fun.
I tell you what, if there were no humans, it'd just be cars
and jet fighters, and they'd get more screen
No, as in
time.
the film Cars.
Oh, it would be film Cars. Wait a minute.
No, stop it.
Is Cars actually a Transformers film where they never transform?
Well, actually, there is that one guy that does transform.
Wow, we just hit on something. Cars is actually Cybertron if there was no war. There's no need to transform because they built their civilization.
But then they wouldn't be in that state. They wouldn't. They'd probably just be in there.
That's Disney. If you're watching the third Cars film, you slowly transition them into. You introduce a Megatron sort of
civil war.
You introduce a civil war, and then you just it gets darker, and the CGI changes into the Transformers CGI, and that's Cars 3, and that's how Cybertron began. Cars. No, what? There's a third Cars film? Cars 4. Then I apologise.
Did you not know there's a third Cars film?
I bet no.
You muppet!
Why would I know that? They were terrible films.
And there actually is a transforming car in the Cars rip-off Planes. There's one that transforms into from a car into a plane and back.
There you go. So the Planes is the Cars universe, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there you go. So
I don't know.
You could have a transition the Cars Disney films into the Transformers films.
Oh my goodness.
That's a film theory I've never heard before. We thought that one first. the Transformers universe
beat you, Matt Pat.
Is actually the result of the Cars franchise. That's why there's no humans. Cars isn't set on Earth, it's set on Cybertron. 9 million years ago before the Civil War. Sorted. Excellent. I can't believe we did it. We came up with a brand new film theory no one's ever had before.
My mind has been blown.
So, back to the films.
Scott, what do you think?
Yeah, what do you think? Because you were fresh to them.
I've not seen
this. This was the first time that Scott had ever witnessed pure greatness. I'm not biased at all.
I'm twitching here.
I enjoyed them.
I'm twitching.
I think the second film had some good fight scenes in them. I think the third film as well did.
I will say...
Well, did.
as well did. As well did.
Oh, I thought.
Is that some sort of?
The third
Are
film
you trying to
did as well. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were trying to
I
say
thought you-
welded, as in because they're cars
I
and they've
thought
got
you were
welding on them.
I thought you were trying to say well done. And I was,
No, it was just more the fact that I struggled to form sentences.
I will say
he's dyslexic.
I will say, but he's not reading anything. Anyway, the thing about the films is that they will probably be better if you did take out a lot of the human stuff. But I do think that the overall look of the Transformers is quite good. I mean,
Sick.
Optimus Prime doesn't look exactly how he's supposed to look like.
He looks better.
But the transforming is amazing CGI. Sorry, Scott, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
You did. What I don't understand though is why do they just? So you've got like these two like small cars or whatever. Why don't you just transform into bigger cars? I mean, why not?
But they are limited by the size of the Autobot that they were.
Since when
Or
has that
robot.
been a thing?
Well, if you look, actually, that's fairly consistent through the films.
Yeah.
If the robot isn't big, it won't transform into anything
Okay.
smaller or bigger.
Which is why Megatron can turn into like a tank and a jet.
And a truck.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I wasn't quite sure about that because why don't you just transform into like a, I don't know, like a tank or fighter jet?
But it doesn't make...
Or what's those things in water called that you can land planes on?
Submarine.
No,
A raft.
no,
Helicopter?
no.
Drone?
No.
A helicarrier. But
yes,
on the water.
yes, a helicarrier.
You mean like a 4-rotor drone thing?
No.
You can't have a helicarrier because the robot would have to be huge.
No.
That's the one thing they didn't do. There are robots in the Autobots,
Yeah, because there is that
which are
one.
huge.
Because there's that one robot in Revenge of the Fallen that has like 4 cars that
That's
all turn into one.
Devastator.
Yeah,
but
Devastator.
But that's several things together.
Oh, is it?
That's legitimate. But there are a couple, like Jetfire is supposed to be massive, like bigger than he's portrayed, and there's Astro Train, which is he transforms into a shuttle and a legitimate spaceship that Decepticons can get into. So he's truly huge.
But also, I think we're too focused on the cars here because I think we could also know that they can transform into like stereos and toasters and microwaves
But they're
and stuff.
small compared to.
Yeah, but still, I think we just keep talking about the cars.
But I'll also say that you touched on a good point. That why doesn't Optimus Prime? Why is he a big rig? Why doesn't he transform into a tank of comparable
literally
size?
the
Because
least
it's
manoeuvrable
slow.
object you can.
But it's more powerful than a
Yeah, but it's
Bumblebee's
less
driving
discreet.
around as a Bumblebee car, like a Camaro or whatever it was. But if he transformed into a tank of comparable size, isn't he more powerful?
What if
Well,
the
no,
Transformers
because he
were-
can just.
Or a
the
plane? Why doesn't he transform into a plane of comparable size and then he can fly around?
It doesn't want to fly.
But that's a tactical disadvantage.
What
when
if the
Starscream's
Transformers
flying
were
around.
fighting in like, Italy with all these tight streets and Optimus Prime's just going to get around the corner?
That's
Stupid.
true. Then
Is that-
that's why he transforms and he climbs over things and destroys all that
Oh, yeah, so he does.
architecture in
I'm not
Italy.
sure now.
But there we go.
Well,
never-
actually, can certain ones only? Because like they have to have the pieces. Do they have to have the capacity to fire, like to have
Well,
wings?
Well, this is the problem, right? If you,
Because
if
like
we had wa-
Starscream
we-
has like
we
those
didn't
big
wa-
box.
We didn't watch them because they're even more naff than the first three. Is that the Age of Extinction?
How
and First
dare
Night,
you diss Age of Extinction?
Age
That
of
was the first film that I ever watched.
and it's terrible. But if you've watched it, Scott, you haven't. But in it, it shows that what the
Spoilers!
what the Transformers are made of are like matter that
Transformium.
can be so dumb. Anyway, it itself transforms into solid
With Stanley
objects.
Tucci.
Fine that he's in there, but and it's just so it seems to be that the
And Mark
Transformian,
Wahlberg.
a terrible film. Anyway,
How dare you just Mark Wahlberg like that?
How could you?
I just did, and I'll do it again. But let me
Mark
finish my
Wahlberg,
point.
if you're watching, comment down below.
We don't associate ourselves with his comments.
Anyway, they're made of like it's almost like nanite kind of stuff that can take other forms. So essentially, unlike say
Nanite, did
the
you just
film,
reference your own
unlike the
book?
cartoon, sorry, there's no like they're not mechanical in their transformation. They're almost just they can just change their shape. And if in the first one they come down as like pods, right? And then they transform into generic looking robots, and then they see a car and they scan it and then they become it. And Bumblebee does the same thing. He changed from a Camaro to whatever that other car was,
Well,
Dodge
just less
Viper or
bad.
something. So he has to, so they can change what makes them up in order to fit their transformed thing. And this is true of the cartoon as well. So the Transformers should be able to take any shape, and therefore they should be able to develop wings.
Alright.
But they don't, because they're stupid. Because it's a stupid film written and directed by a director who should never have got his hands on this.
My one problem with it is, why does Bumblebee speak sometimes when he doesn't?
Because he's a terrible director who should never have got his hands on this franchise. That's why.
He only speaks at the end of the first film, and then.
And where does that ability go?
Well, don't know. It breaks in between films. It doesn't matter
because Ratchet doesn't know how to build squat.
Well, it was probably like a temporary fix. Like if you break your arm and then it fixes, and then you broke it again, and then.
So why didn't it get fixed again?
Well, because it takes a long time. Ratchet said in the first film that it takes a long time. It's taken him a long time.
And it was fixed.
Why doesn't he just transform his voice box into a working voice box if he can transform from a car to another car?
Because he can't.
Oh, come on. This, just so you're clear, I think just for the audience, I hate this series of films because I grew up
that
on...
wasn't evident enough.
Because I grew up...
Nobody knew that.
I grew up on G1 Transformers when it first started, and it was amazing and brilliant. And then...
It was blocky and it was slow.
It was brilliant and it was better than
and
this. The Transformers movie is amazing. Go watch it if you haven't. The old cartoon one, and it's just... And then you get this written by not my favourite director.
Michael Caine.
Who's your favourite director, Mark?
My favourite director? That's an interesting question. I think I have to kind of say Spielberg.
Alright.
Spielberg is probably the best director I've ever seen.
Alright.
But I like Nolan, for example.
Who's your favourite director, Ben?
My favourite director is I'll come back to you.
4, 3.
I don't have one at the moment. I'll come back to you.
You guys are too young to have a favourite director.
How dare you?
You haven't seen enough films.
What do you mean I haven't seen enough films? I'm doing this plot.
Yeah. Sorry, I've got like 20 years ahead of you guys. Like, I've seen so many more films and there's so many more directors. It is because I'm ancient. But there's old films as well and their directors, which are worth always taking into account. And there's a lot of fresh new ones. But that's enough of that. Let's do a quick, what's it called? Out of 10.
Out of 10
review of the first 3 Transformers films that we've watched.
Do you want an average?
All 3 or
No, don't
individually?
We can do it individually. So give me the first film.
You can go first since you're the least biased at the moment.
Okay. I'll give it like a good 6, the first one.
That's a low bar.
For the first one?
Yeah.
Solid 7.
Give it a 4.
Scott.
For the second one.
Revenge of the Fallen.
It's got some good fight scenes. I'll give it an 8, this one. Good fight scenes.
Solid 7 again.
I'd give it a 5. No, 3.
Oh.
Because it's worse. It's just got strange, weird jokes in it that I don't appreciate.
You've got strange, weird jokes that I don't appreciate.
Oh, sorry. Anyway,
the
Dark
third
of the
one,
Moon.
A 7, yeah.
Solid 10.
That's insane. I'd give it a 7 myself. It is the best of that 3. I don't know why, because it's got... But I think it is funnier. I feel. I don't know why. Who's the Sector 7 bloke?
And Megatron looks
John Turturro, Seymour Simmons. He's, other than in the second film, he's actually kind of a gem in these films.
Megatron's got the best character design in the third one.
Well, no, he's all broken.
He's got a cape.
It's so cool.
He looks better in the second one.
He doesn't have a cape in the second one.
He doesn't. The cape is hiding his damaged face.
Yeah,
the cape
it's
is
so
sick.
cool.
And he doesn't do anything in the third one. He
But
drives
he's got
around.
like a shotgun on his back that's held on
You
by
don't do
chains.
anything in the third
It's
one.
so cool.
Do you know what? I hate that shotgun so much because it is too tiny. It looks tiny compared to Megatron.
The point is that it's... What do you mean
It looks
too
so.
tiny?
It looks so tiny.
It's a sawn-off shotgun.
I can't show
He's
you here.
sawn off half of it.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, it's like...
No,
it's
it
like
looked the proper length for a shotgun.
It's a sawn-off shotgun, where it's like...
Also, by the way, Megatron is supposed to have this gigantic cannon on his
Yeah,
arm.
that got broken on the first one.
And how long does it take to rebuild these things?
He
literally got... he was underwater and they just put a little tiny shard in him and he was back to life. And do that again!
I feel like you're overestimating the level of thought that was put into these films.
That's
you
bad! Why do you think these
It's
films...
in the script!
Why do you think these films are good when you just said...
Because it's fun. It's fun. It's like an opportunity to just turn your brain off and enjoy. Why have we suddenly become obsessed with over-analysing every single film that ever comes out? Why can't we just enjoy?
You do realise that's exactly what our podcast is about.
Why have I been doing this? Why am I still here?
We're contributing to that whole thing.
If you want a job at the 8th plot, get in contact with us.
I might retire after this one.
Overanalyzing is fun, and unfortunately, overanalyzing also leads to better films. It's like all the things they said wrong, that they were wrong about. People said, me included, were wrong about the first film. Michael Bay didn't listen to anything anyone said and just made a worse film.
Because he's Alfred, he can do it once.
He's not Alfred.
He is Michael Caine.
No, stop it, Michael Bay. That whole joke is done now.
I enjoy it still.
Yeah. Okay, so. That's our review.
I think Mark just might fire both of us by the end of this episode. So there's 2 job openings if you want.
Then there'll be a civil war, and I'll be the Peter Cut. I'll be the Optimus Prime, and you'll be the Starscream. Starscream is clearly Scott, and you're going to be the Megatron here, Ben, because you're leading the pack here. Watch out for him, because Starscream has always wanted Megatron's place.
Yeah, but he's a weasel. He'll be fine. I'll take him.
Oh, in the cartoon series, he's much better. I would have said, but he's still a weasel, but he's better at being a weasel.
Try and find 2 other people with the dynamic we have, so...
That's impossible. I don't think. No one is like you two.
Aww.
Oh, don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, Tangent control. Let's move
on. I think that's our very basic review.
We've been talking about this for 22 minutes.
Ben and Scott think they're fun. I with a film hat on, sort of think, oh, they're terrible. And who wanted something better.
Terrible,
I just want to say, Bumblebee and Rise of the Beasts seems to do a better job of doing Transformers onto the screen. I'm just saying that.
Do you know what I like about Transformers?
Go ahead.
Sam and Bumblebee's relationship they have.
They have a terrible relationship?
I just think it's fun.
How do you talk to someone who has to communicate through radio broadcasts?
I think it's great. I think just the fact that you just get talked to at song lyrics is just funny.
Also, didn't he wreck his house in the second one?
Yeah,
I love a little bit. Nothing
a little bit.
I love.
He's a good wing. We did say this. We agreed on this.
He's a great wingman.
He's a great wingman.
Please, you gotta work for me now. Don't let her walk away. Come on. Please.
I mean, like in the first film, they're driving along with both of them in the car, and he turns on some romantic music.
It's brilliant. It's so good. And then in the second one, when that girl that turned out to be a spoiler Transformer or a Decepticon is trying to get with Sam, and Bumblebee's like, no, I'm not having this. Sprays her with oil, slams her head into the dashboard somehow, and then and I just thought that's good wingmaning there, right there. And he turns up at university, and what better for, I say university, college, sorry, in America,
America,
giving him a fabulous car to drive around on campus. That's good.
Yeah.
That's street cred on the college. That is good. Wingman. I was like, yeah, I will give you that.
But if it was a true fan, they'd turn it into a proper sports car or something.
But what is he?
I don't disagree. It's a good car. I would turn it into a McLaren or something.
A Chevrolet Camaro.
Shut it, Ben.
It's a good looking car, but I don't think it drives very well.
Or
It very clearly does. It can drift and it
drives
fast.
Or like a
Transformer manipulating it.
That's your point.
But also, he should just be a Volkswagen Beetle.
No, they suck. June buggies, that's what they're good for.
That's what he was. Never mind.
Beetles suck.
Robots in disguise. I suppose he can't be a Beetle. There's barely any of them around anymore. So.
And they suck.
You say this.
They do, they suck.
Okay, fine. They do. Okay.
Literally the worst.
Let's move on. It's time to do what we're all here to do. And that is talk about what we would do if we were thrown into the Transformers universe. Now, audience, there's 4 tracks in this version. I am prepared. First off, they can be normal human beings, and they can do good things and bad things, but they can also be Transformers, but your bog standard. So if they can't turn into a Lamborghini Murcielago or whatever, you can't be like a Bugatti, and you can't be a tank or anything. Sorry, you're going to have to be something like a Reliant Robin or a Beetle. Or like a G-Wiz or something like that. You can't be a really good car or a Peugeot car. So yeah, you have to be a terrible car like a G-Wiz or a Reliant Robin, a Bumblebee Ascot,
or a Renault Twizy.
or a Peugeot.
Oh, Peugeots.
Something you can't. You'd be a car no one will give a second, like a Nissan Cube. You're going to be the car no one gives a second.
Nissan what?
Nissan Cube.
Cube.
It's literally a square car.
Oh.
There's
Or
also
like-
this car, and that's a terrible car too.
What
car
car
was
was that?
I didn't show them a picture.
What car was that?
I just did it, and then I'll put that car up later.
Can it be a
it's,
McLaren?
no, it's like it's a car that was designed
what?
to look like a fish.
Oh.
Never mind.
Can you put a McLaren in there?
Don't put a McLaren.
No, you
up
can't
there.
be a McLaren.
No,
So
but the point is that you can't.
They're not bad cars,
boys,
Ben.
boys, you're in the Transformer universe.
Oh, the
Let's
cars
start
are
with
radical.
have a friend.
Suck it.
You're a human, okay? You're a human in the Transformers. Let's start there. You can do any good, bad, or ugly stuff.
Can we start with Transformers ones because I've got a plan for that one.
Very well. We'll
Hey,
go with the
what
Transformers.
time period are we allowing?
Okay,
That's true.
so the problem. This is another
Because
massive
we can
problem.
start with before time began. There was the cube.
Yes. No, we're not.
Where do we start with that?
Per our rules, we don't do prologues, and this is another problem with the Transformers universe.
It is all
In
about
that-
prologues.
No. Every single film starts with a new prologue that basically upends everything the previous prologue said. So, what we have to do is that it starts with the starting point is Sam Witwicky doing that presentation to his class. That's where we start.
Oh,
Okay. You don't get to be a Transformer back in the Age of Primes and the pyramids. You don't get to be on Earth when the cube lands and presumably takes out the dinosaurs, actually. Or you don't get to be whatever happened.
Dinosaurs are Transformers.
That's Age Extinction. We're not doing that. but you're a Transformer. You appear on Earth. Are you a Decepticon or Autobot? Your choice.
Decepticon.
And meanwhile, Sam
Stanley
Witwicky,
Tucci?
Sam Witwicky is doing his presentation.
Stan Witwicky.
Sam Witwicky, I said. Ben,
Yes.
you said you had an idea. Go ahead.
Yes. So I'm going to be a Decepticon. I'm going to wreak havoc for my Lord Megatron. So like, really, all I need to do is go to Sam's house and destroy the glasses. That's my
No,
main
Don't
objective.
you-
no. You need to know the glasses have the cube location on it.
But I already know where it is.
Oh yes, you do. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay. Destroy the things.
Because now the Autobots won't know about it. And
So how do you ingratiate yourself with the Decepticons already on Earth?
well, I'm a Decepticon anyway. I'm just.
No.
Yeah, here's
No.
the symbol. Here's the symbol.
Actually, maybe it is that easy. You just walk up to them and go, "Haha, here's my tattoo, but not tattoo, but symbol." Yeah, you say, "I'm a Decepticon," but then they'll question you. I've never heard of you before. What's your name?
My name is
Megatron.
No, is Metatron.
That is classic Autobot trying to pretend to be. That's like a British person putting on a French accent to infiltrate like a French Secret Service. That's terrible.
I'll think of a name later. Tell you what, Decepticons, you can give me a name in a
Actually, I
minute.
suppose you can just prove
But
it by
I'm
saying,
gonna
"Here's the
show
cube."
you when
Yeah.
Megatron and the Cube are,
Oh, there you go.
Dawnbreaker.
That would instantly. Yeah, so now you're in the Decepticons.
Young
That
me.
would work.
and we're gonna just blow up the dam.
You infiltrate, you blow it up, you get... Oh, and I suppose if you do that before Bumblebee is taken there, and Sam goes there, and all the Autobots know it's there, Megatron will get his hands on the cube quicker.
Yeah, because if you blow it up, then Megatron starts defrosting,
Yeah.
and he's in the water anyways, and he gets put in the water. So that means that if you explode it, then
Yeah.
the dam it'll unfreeze.
The
less
power
quicker.
goes down, the freezing thing stops, and he
Yeah,
escapes.
Megatron's out, and he's like, "Who do I? Oh my!
Lisa!
Hi!"
Because you're a little tiny
Hello,
Transformer.
me.
And then you go, cubes that way. He gets his hand on the cube.
Yeah, and we shrink it down, and we use it. I can't remember what he wanted to use.
He
it
wanted
for.
to use it to transform Earth machines into Decepticons.
Oh yeah,
Which is
So
what
we do-
happens.
so we
when
do
they
that.
Drop it near cars and fruit machines, vending machines.
Yeah.
They turn into bad robots.
And so we do that. And just for good measure, my chosen gun is going to be a sniper rifle. And I am going to blast Sam Witwicky off the face of this earth.
The instant you get... We don't need to. Like, he's useless after...
Well, yeah, but like just for good measure, because he does do the cube
Your
to the...
evil Decepticon plan pretty much works and solves everything for the
Yeah.
Decepticons going forward.
And I've got another plan for...
Because the Autobots
Agent
and humanity would just basically be overwhelmed by thousands upon thousands of cars turning into Decepticons and obeying Megatron.
Mhm.
And that would mean the fallen Optimus Prime will probably get defeated by like 100 robots all
Yeah.
clawing into pieces, and then the Fallen will come back to Earth. They'd drain the sun, and then presumably they would give that energy to Cybertron using Sentinel Prime things.
Yeah.
Because Megatron knows who he is, and
Yeah.
job done. Decepticons are laughing.
However, assuming that that doesn't happen, I'm also going to so this is separate from my plan for the first film. For the second film, I'm going to go to Egypt and just destroy go to the
Where the
Prime
Matrix
2
is, yeah.
and touch it, and it'll turn to dust. And then
You blow
if
the
Sam-
dust into the wind.
yeah,
Throw it in
Sneeze.
space.
and then when Sam gets there, he's gonna like, oh, there's no Matrix. Oh,
And
but then the
rifle,
Decepticons
they
can't
blast
turn on
them
the
off a
pyramid.
cliff.
that's okay. Oh, we'll use the cube.
Okay. So you don't. So so you're saying if I threw you into the right at the beginning of Revenge of the Fallen,
Yeah,
that's what you just get rid of the
Yeah.
Matrix of leadership.
because like, really, the Fallen, he's like got a bit of an ego. I mean, like, why don't you just destroy Earth on its own? You don't really need the power of the sun.
That's true, but you don't have the cube.
I'll get the shard from Sam
best thing
by
to do-
sniping him
Again.
again.
Well, I suppose you still know. No. If I'm throwing you in if you want to start where Revenge of the Fallen starts, then the events of the first film would play out as they did.
Yeah,
So you can let the Decepticons get Megatron from the ocean. Meanwhile, what you should be doing is getting your hands on the Matrix of leadership without it turning into a dust.
I need to earn it somehow.
By blasting Sam off the face of this earth.
Yes.
No, because the Primes liked Sam for some reason.
I'll wait until like he earns it, and then I'll snipe him,
Or
and then I'll take it before he stabs Optimus Prime with it.
okay. Or yes. Or you hide in the sand right underneath where you know Optimus Prime is. It reforms, and that's where you just leap out and grab it from Sam and then drive off before the soldiers can kill
But
him.
then Optimus Prime's still there.
Yeah, but who cares? No, but Optimus Prime is there, but dead. If you get to the Matrix
I
before
see, I
Sam
see.
plunges it into his chest.
Oh yeah,
But
because it's a very tight. Reforms on the ground, and Sam's just like,
And then
and
you
then
just,
bang, got it.
suckers! Like Dr. Zoidberg from Future. And then you give it to the Fallen, and you're in with the Decepticons again.
Yeah.
They drain the sun. Earth is a dark world. Who cares anymore?
Yeah.
What if I throw you in at Dark of the Moon, though, as a Decepticon? What could you do then?
Snipe them
You
in
don't
the
have to
face
do
of the
anything.
planet.
You don't actually have to do anything. You just have to make sure, because everything goes right for the Decepticons.
Yeah, I might tell Megatron, like, while Sentinel's turning on the pillars, look, he's definitely going to betray you. I think
Push him off the building.
I think we should just kill him now while the pillars are active.
Yeah, I mean, we know. It's just
But actually,
a human can
the human Robert from Enchanted turns it on.
I think you mean. Hang on a minute. I'm trying to find his name.
He turns on the final pillar. So how does that work?
Well, presumably it must be very easy to turn on then.
But then apparently only Sentinel can.
Patrick Dempsey. There you go. That's the actor who plays Dylan Gould.
Great guy.
Oh
yeah, Dylan.
No, but he just hits it and it comes on. So you don't need. Sentinel Prime.
But then it's.
Sentinel Prime only had the ability to turn them on, and he didn't have the ability.
Deja
That
vu.
was it. And then afterwards, then they're kind of like in a standby mode, and anyone can use them. Hence, how Patrick Dempsey was able just to smack it and it came back on. There you go. It's like a snooze button.
All right.
But all you have to do is protect it. Do you know that big pillar there? I think the humans, like one missile from the humans would destroy that. Should we put a shield around it, maybe?
No.
And it's not even the humans that end up destroying it. It's Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
He just takes a pot shot at it and it works.
Yeah. Also, if you were... Well, there you go. You've just got to stop them from destroying that pillar. But throughout the course of Dark of the Moon, the Autobots turn the tide of the battle, I think it's fair to say. So you've got to try and take out the Transformers before they ruin the little fleet and things.
Yeah.
You could do that as a Decepticon, I feel.
Yeah. All right. Scott, what's your plan?
I've come up with very few plans, but I think
That's
the
it.
plans I have
I want to hear them.
are very few. I've got a couple for different scenarios as well. So I think we've just got to, like, if you're a human, right, you've just got to get Sam's glasses, right?
So you could buy them from him on eBay.
And then smash them. So the Decepticons never find Megatron. So do they know where he is?
They don't know where. No, they don't know where Megatron is. The glasses only have the coordinates of the cube. So you could.
Oh well, destroy the glasses then.
If you get actually, you just meet Sam outside school. I got $100 because I give you starting money, and $100 seems reasonable. I want those glasses, and then you'll take him home. You'll go home. You'll get the glasses. Yeah, exactly. And then no one can know where the cube is except Sector 7. So that means the Autobots can't find it, but the Decepticons can't find it either.
Yeah.
Save the day.
There you go. Hero.
Well done, Scott.
Except...
And then I take my sniper rifle and then blast Sam off the face of the...
You say these are good films, but you want to take the main character out as quickly as possible.
That's because it all hinges on him, for some reason.
Well, as a bad guy, it makes sense, but Scott's doing a good thing.
Well, Scott's just doing it out of spite. He's just trying to reuse a gag.
Goes up to his dead corpse,
but the
takes
fact that you've done this means that now Sam will never get together. Shire will never get together with.
Well, maybe you could get together with.
There you go.
I mean, like if he can do it, then.
Thanks.
I don't know.
No, but what's her name?
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox, but her character's name. Sorry, that's what I'm trying to.
Julie.
To get,
Julie. She's not 50. What is her doing?
That's good. I'm just trying to look it up now. Wow, this is terrible. It doesn't even seem to. I'm just reading the breakdown of the Transformers film, and at no point does it mention any humans in the description.
Wikipedia. He's on Wikipedia,
Well,
folks.
why don't you just?
It mentions Captain Autobot. No, but look, even the section in Wikipedia. So stop for a second.
Go to Google.
Stop doing that while I'm doing it. Oh no, they put the live action human cast. Why do they have to put the live action human cast? I didn't think at one point they were.
Oh, Michaela.
Michaela. He'll never get together with Michaela if you.
Well, Scott's going to get together with Michaela.
Oh, sorry, I probably shouldn't laugh so hard. So what? You're going to get Bumblebee?
Sure, why not? I could befriend him.
You could.
No, because Bumblebee only becomes his protector because he knows he has the glasses.
So if you've got the glasses, he'll become your protector.
Exactly.
Right.
Except you need to accidentally sit on them at some point without Bumblebee realising.
That's true.
That's easy enough. Wait, hang on. You're not a bad person here, are you?
No.
So you tell Bumblebee. You can give Bumblebee the glasses. Autobots get the cube, no problem.
True.
But the Autobots would have to presumably break into the Hoover Dam to get the cube. So then how do you get the humans and the Autobots working together?
And you can also tell them, look, Megatron's also in here. And then they just go up and blast him in the face while he's frozen.
Because this is another thing I don't like about the Transformers. In the third film, Dark of the Moon, spoiler alert, Optimus Prime has Sentinel beaten.
Did you just say spoiler alert?
Yeah.
For like a 10-year-old film?
Yeah, some people haven't seen it. And you probably don't have to see it.
Yes, you do.
Anyway, Optimus Prime has Sentinel beaten. And he executes him on the spot. That's not heroic behaviour, and that doesn't seem very Optimus Prime-like. So Optimus Prime walking up and blasting Megatron in the face. But I guess you could convince the humans to do it. Because you're essentially saying, Scott, that you become the Sam Witwicky character.
Yeah.
You just take Sam Witwicky. You're not taking him out with a sniper rifle, which was very weird that you two would suggest that.
I want my $100 back. He took it from me. I'm not paying $100 for glasses.
Well, whatever. You get the glasses.
Sniper,
you become the person he has to protect. You now get you get taken by John Turturro to Sector 7, and you're like, that's Megatron. Destroy him now. There's no Autobots around. They're not going to care. Just destroy him.
Nuke him.
Why haven't they destroyed him? You think it would make sense for them to cut him to pieces?
Because humans are too inquisitive of their own good.
No, but that's pure inquisitiveness. Cutting
Every
apart the robot.
they go, should I open this door? I'm going to open this door. And then they die.
And from their perspective, he's just a robot. So why would?
Well, because they've been using him to.
They reverse engineered all technology from him, didn't they?
Yeah, they've been using him to create new technology.
So why wouldn't you find even better technology if you come to pieces?
Sorry.
Well, if you come to pieces, you can see how his electro servers. You get what's it called, transformium from him. Crying out loud! It's like the unobtainium school of naming things. And there you go. It's yeah. Okay, I like your plan of becoming the new Sam Witwicky and doing things more efficiently. What's your other plan?
So I transform it so I'm like a Peugeot or like a Renault Clio or whatever.
A freewheeler.
A Renault Clio. They're much better cars, much more reliable.
A bicycle.
Despite being French, Renaults are still reliable cars.
We appreciate the French listeners to our show. It's Scott who does.
Just the French cars are not good.
That's not actually true. But keep going.
They're not good.
No, there are some great French
Name one.
Citroen.
Bad. But yeah.
No, Renault do good cars.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Apart from Renault, all of the other ones are bad.
Fine, that's your personal opinion. Anyway.
It's the opinion of the group. But anyway, I transform into like a...
Don't lump me into
Don't
this.
lump me in with this
I'm just a casual observer.
But like, I turn into like, in the second film
Yeah.
where they have that battle in the woods.
Yeah.
And you know when Sam's running,
Yeah.
just come in and run him over.
Oh, if you were a Decepticon.
Yeah, exactly.
I suppose that would make sense. Getting rid of Sam would eliminate, but it doesn't matter because you know where the key is. So the Autobot matrix of leadership.
Where are Autobots' eyes when they're driving?
Headlights.
So can they only see in front of them? Or can they...
That's a good point.
Wing mirrors.
Or do they use wing...
Dashboard cams.
Yeah, so is it like...
What about the reverse lights or the brake lights?
They can see 360 degrees.
So they can see 360 degrees. So why can't they see 360 degrees when they are...
Because they put their main eyes through their heads.
But we've just established that they can see 360
Where else would they go, Ben?
degrees.
Obviously.
But the lights get tucked in somewhere, don't they, when they transform into humanoids?
Oh, okay.
What if it's like Mr. Potato's Head Eye? If they take it off and leave it somewhere, if they close their eyes, they can see somewhere else.
If it's what's it called? Wi-Fi, then yeah, they could.
Mr. Potato has Wi-Fi?
Well,
I've got another plan.
Hang on, before you do, we established this in our Toy Story episode. Go see it; it's good.
Best one yet.
That it is essentially a Wi-Fi connection.
Okay, fine. Yeah, just run Sam over in the second one while
That's
he's
it.
running.
Okay, Scott's done a good human. You've done a bad robot. You've done a bad robot. But what about a good Autobot? Could you do that?
I've got it.
There you go, Ben's got it.
We'll go back to you in a second, Scott. Go ahead, Ben.
So
It's not relevant anymore.
Can I please be one of the Autobots that come in on a meteor strike?
Like halfway during the first film.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to slightly redirect myself and land on the moon. And then I'm going to destroy everything on there.
That won't work.
With what?
Why not?
Because all the Decepticons are buried there.
Yeah.
Their gigantic ships are there. Their army's there. So if you start destroying things, this whole army's going to rise out and tear you to pieces.
No, because they're all like waiting for...
Yeah, but they're waiting. But they're not going to take being destroyed.
What? I'm not going to destroy them. I'm just going to destroy the main pillar.
Oh.
My sacrifice will be fine.
Oh, okay. I could take that you could land on the moon. You could get to the Ark before any of the Decepticons
Optimus
stop you,
Prime
you
and
just...
Ratchet all land on the moon and go see him, and they don't.
So yeah, you could do that. You could get to the Ark, and the Decepticons are going, "Wait, why'd that one robot land next to a ship?" And you could destroy the pillar before it's too late. The main control pillar.
And I might shoot Sentinel in the face as well.
This is a dark episode. But you know, in many ways, you're not wrong.
Take his cool sword as well.
That's not a cool sword. Optimus Prime has a much better sword. It glows.
Well, yeah, but like, aesthetically, it's basically Thanos's but better.
But, okay,
That's true.
If you think that.
What do you mean? If I think that, it's an objective fact.
I don't think a double-bladed sword like that is actually all that great.
Well, no, but like, it looks cool.
That's fine. If you want to look cool, you've got it. Unfortunately, you're a tiny robot, so picking up that blade and using it would be really bad. But you could do that. However, you're now on the moon. You've destroyed the control pillar. All those buried Decepticons are heading towards you now.
Yeah. I do a one-man army, and I obliterate as many as I can.
And so you're prepared to go down in a blaze of glory?
Yeah.
Okay. But that does solve a lot of problems. Without the control pillar, the pillars won't work. Ironhide's still alive.
Yeah.
But there's still an army of Decepticons that could just go mental on Earth, though, couldn't they?
Hopefully, Sector 7 will pick up the movement on their satellites on the moon.
That's true.
And they'll be like, what's that going on there?
Yeah, what's going on there?
And let's nuke it.
Nuke the moon! That's great for everyone. Radioactive space dust falling down onto Earth forever.
I've got another plan.
Go ahead, Scott.
I form
Sector 8.
Sorry, what?
I form Sector 8.
Form Sector 8.
Wait, go on.
You're going to have matching
You're
underwear.
a human, presumably.
You're going to have matching underwear.
Yes.
You're a human. That's one of those scenes I hate. Anyway,
Such
I'm
a
not
good
putting
scene.
a picture of it up. Anyway.
Put a picture up.
No,
Go on.
Okay, here's a picture, but I blurred it.
I sense a graphic coming. Graphic.
Scott, how do you
Here it is again.
How do you form Sector 8?
I didn't think how far ahead
I mean, really, he can just do it out of his basement.
But no, Sector 8 is an official government thing, isn't it?
No, well, not yet.
It is now.
So the point
Sector
is,
7
if you want to form it, you have to talk to someone in government.
Dear Mr. President, I would like to sincerely
The
form
president
Sector
doesn't
8.
even know about Sector 7.
Dear Joe Biden, I would like to.
He won't remember you sending it.
To all our American listeners, we appreciate you.
But,
just not your president.
We just don't appreciate your president. You could get someone so much better.
If you think you can make a better president,
Put it in the comments.
Yeah, and we will endorse you.
We will not accept
Oh, thank
Donald
you.
Trump or DeSantis.
Let's not be too hasty.
Let's not be hasty.
Bye American listeners.
Bye American listeners. Well, only those who support Biden or
The
Trump.
two main parties.
Too political. Okay, stop.
That was too political for us. We love all American listeners. We don't care where you are, as long as you think what would
That's
you
enough.
do?
That's enough.
As long as you spend time imagining what you would do if you were thrown into these
or reading
fictional
great books about all the world's nations coming together, like in Mark's book, Stolen Futures.
We're not at that bit yet. We'll get there. But
Tangent control.
no. Spoiler alert, Ben.
What?
for the end of the episode. But if you like imagining what you would do in these fictional universes,
Watch more of our episodes.
Exactly.
And comment.
And comment and like and subscribe and give us money. But anyway,
Sector 8.
any more Sector 8? I don't see how you could possibly build
Neither
it.
do I. Just destroy Sector 7
How are you going to destroy Sector 7?
by becoming Sector 8.
But then Sector 8 doesn't necessarily...
By taking my sniper rifle and
Here's an
blasting their faces off.
Here's an interesting thought, guys. If you're let's say that you're neutral, you're a robot or human who's kind of neutral, and you're just out for yourself, which is kind of bad. Yeah. If I was an Autobot, or let's say I'm a Transformer, I land on Earth, I'm a Nissan Cube, whatever, I would make my way instantly to the Sector 7 base. I'd transform into like an army jeep, drive in, get inside, and then once everything's sort of calm, I would just access the cube, because in the film, there's this robot who's like had his body like cleaved off. He's just the head, the one that Michaela does in the junkyard. That small stereo robot who I found,
That's cute.
who I thought was very adorable, like and funny. That robot.
Here's a picture.
Yeah, here's a picture of the robot I mean.
Graphic.
And he's just a head. But when he gets into the cube sort of electrifies him, and he grows. He gets his body back, which means that the cube must be able to turn an ordinary Autobot into something even more than what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So I would get to the cube and use it to transform into a proper body, like a huge, like Megatron style sort of body, and then I'd shrink the cube down and keep it to myself.
Do you know what an interesting concept would be?
What?
It's more about later on, but what if Transformers were in like World War II or something?
Well, that sort of happens in one of the other future films, but it's just a flashback. But it would be interesting if Transformers were different, to actually see Transformers through different eras.
Nazi Transformers.
Whoa.
Well, no, but Autobot Transformers versus Decepticon Transformers, where the Decepticons have clearly gone a bit Nazi.
How do you know that the Decepticons would like that regime?
Have you heard of... let me say this
Have
word
you heard
again.
of evil?
Decepticon. Okay, let's hear from John Cena himself.
I imagine the advances. An advance on Washington. New York, an advance on Chicago.
It's not gonna happen.
They literally call themselves Decepticons. That doesn't set off any red flags?
And you guys don't know this because it appears now in what the audience is seeing. But John Cena in one of the future Bumblebee films say, "We can't trust these guys," and his superiors ask him, "Why not? They're Decepticons. It's in their name." and there you go. So the Decepticons clearly would be Nazis.
What if the Titanic was a...
Do you know what?
Whoa,
No. It's topical, but we're not going there. I do like that idea for a Transformish film. It should be... I said Transformish. It's like the Amish, but...
Amish Transformers.
But that would not work because they don't have machines.
It's just like
a Transformer became an Amish person would instantly have to destroy himself.
It's like Jetfire what was saying in Revenge of the Fallen. It's like my grandfather was the first Transformer. He was turned into a wheel. You know what he transformed into? Nothing.
Okay.
But he did so with honour!
Yes. But I do like the idea of doing a Transformers film, but during, like, the Autobots are, I don't know, what they're called, Hurricanes or Spitfires and stuff like that. And
like Jeeps.
And Jeeps. And then you have this whole battle where I would watch that film. It doesn't make sense, but I'd still watch it.
I'd enjoy it.
Basically, that's how I approach all the Transformers films. They don't make sense, but I will watch them a couple of times.
What are the Transformers like before technology? But they're just like rocks and stuff.
As we just said, they were nothing.
They were nothing. They couldn't really transform.
So what's the point of them?
I think
they're just robots, humanoid robots.
Yeah,
they
or maybe
wouldn't transform.
Well, they can presumably transform into rocks. If they can change their outer shell into different car configurations, you can transform into a camouflage and like a rock. Can't be completely impossible.
No, I don't think so.
I should come up with an idea.
You should.
Let's say I know I've had make myself better with the cube thing, but if I wanted to be an Autobot, to help things out, I would just I don't know, you could just smash through with Sam's house when his family's out like the Kool-Aid guy, and then and then just take the glasses and then head to where I know find Bumblebee and go, here are the glasses. Can I join you as an Autobot? He'll go, yeah. And then we'll go to the cube.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, like that, because you'll do a very...
Yeah, boy.
And then... I thought you said you weren't going to do any voices. Anyway. I go with the Autobots to get the cube. They'll get there before the Decepticons. Although, Optimus Prime has the cube at some point, but he doesn't do anything except hide it. The only way the Autobots can use the cube is just to have it hidden and then keep it away from the Decepticons.
To have and to hold.
Why can't they use it to create an army of Autobots? Why does everything the cube create be evil?
Because it's got evil intentions.
That means the cube is evil and should just be destroyed outright.
So there you go.
Okay, we just... Oh, then I just walk up to Megatron and put it into his chest and destroy it that way.
Do you have to hold it to him, or could you just throw it at him from far away?
His head and bounces off.
I don't know. It would have to go to a spark.
Well,
so
I
don't
know. I don't quite understand why, like, Sam just holding it up to Megatron, the cube just knows I will disintegrate myself and destroy it.
Because he's right next to the spark.
So if you put a thing next to a spark, it destroys this. Okay.
Well, the cube and the Matrix, yeah.
But then the cube brings Megatron... How does it kill him and bring him back to life at the same time?
Because it's got multiple intentions.
Okay. Either way, first film, I help them destroy the cube. Then I go to Egypt and I break into the... Again, I do the Kool-Aid Man thing, break into the Great Pyramid of Giza and just destroy the machine from inside. And then that's that done. I know that.
You just ransacked some history.
Just like the British did. But I'm just following a proud tradition of my people. Oh, that's bad. I should not say that. It is the position of this podcast that the British ransacking most of the world was not a great idea.
But you can go see it all in the museum, but you have to pay for it.
Stay behind the rope!
Anyway, yes.
Come pay to see your stuff.
That's terrible.
Scott, you took it too far, man. I mean, like, why would you do that?
Okay, anyway. And then in Dark of the Moon, the only way... the thing would be to sabotage Sentinel as quickly as possible. Or break his gun. Like, because his rust gun is very powerful. Mm-hmm. So I would just, like... it's okay, Optimus, you go away for a bit. I just need to polish him for a second, and I'll just destroy the gun in some way so when he tries to use it, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like what's his name? Sentinel will turn on Ironhide, press the trigger button, then nothing will happen. And they'll go, "Are you trying to kill me?" Ironhide will say, and then he goes, "No."
he just says, "We were never going to win the war. A deal had to be made with Megatron."
Uh-oh. And then Sentinel wouldn't be able to do anything. And also, I've already broken the control pillar off screen.
Yeah. It's like our stars.
How have you done that?
Well, I'm an Autobot. I would have been carrying it around at some point.
Would you?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Really?
Yes.
I think that there's a hole in that plan.
Oh, come on. When can I not... Like, I could go with them to the moon. And I go,
Only Optimus and Ratchet go to the moon.
No, but I just go.
Why do you get
to
go?
Why wouldn't I get to go?
Because
Optimus, I've never been to the moon. Can I go?
Optimus is the leader and Ratchet is the medical officer, and they think that they might need that.
Then over the course of the previous films, I set myself up as a techie for the Autobots.
Is medical officer right?
Yeah. He's a medic.
No, but
mechanic.
Can you? Yes, he's not. He can't be a medic.
He is. He's literally an ambulance.
No, but
So
Okay, you can say
He's literally
ambulance
called
is
the team medic.
So he walks.
This is not a debated fact.
Okay, no,
it is
hang on.
objective.
But he never gives a blood transfusion or take these tablets.
No, but he's
Optimus,
sick.
he'll feel much better.
He's fixing Bumblebee.
But
He's
that-
literally
Scott's
the
right.
medic.
That makes him the mechanic. not
No,
the
it
medic.
doesn't. He is the medic. It doesn't
But
matter.
there's no medicine.
There is
What's
no
the-
reason for us
what's
to
the
be
definition of
arguing
medic?
about this. Mark,
Fine. Either way, I bet I could get on that little team to go to the moon. And while
I
I'm
don't
there,
think you could.
and while I'm there, Optimus is carrying Sentinel, and I'm like, I'll grab these control pins. Oh dear! Oh, darn it! So, I'm so clumsy. And then that's it.
but then wouldn't Sentinel be able to escape and just make it a new control
but
pillar?
he doesn't get his hands on the control pillar until he breaks into that nest area.
Yeah, so why
after
couldn't-
turning on Ironhide. So, my gun doesn't work.
Pick up the sword.
Ah, but by then, Ironhide's turned on him with his guns, and so's Bumblebee, and so's Nest.
Yeah, but Ironhide has his back to him. So
Also, the control
so he
pillar.
wouldn't
I'll break it really badly. Like I will trip very badly, and like 3 pieces. How do I do that?
Just
like-
it landed on my knee 2 times.
Or whoops! I tripped.
Threw it across the room. My gun went off and blasted it to smithereens. But don't worry, I mean, it's not like the Autobots weren't going to use it.
No.
I know my hands are in spasm.
Optimus Prime is going to go, and then let's go back to Earth. We'll have to deal with it later. There we go. Job done.
Sentinel wakes up and he's like, oh, "Where are the pillars? You saved
Four
four of them.
Four?
Four. There are hundreds. Wait. Where's the control pillar?"
Wait, hang on.
And you're just like,
By the way, at that point where he says we used to have hundreds, wouldn't it be a good idea for me to go, then what happened to you mean the hundreds were on your ship? Is that right, Sentinel Prime? And he had to go, yeah, we had hundreds on a ship. Optimus, who took those 100 pillars? And then Optimus would have to go, that's a good point. Humans wouldn't have been able to go to the moon and steal those pillars. So who else knew the Ark was there?
but it's more.
And then now Sentinel's like sweating oil. And like I go, uh-oh.
I mean, the implication of that would be that they were destroyed on the crash.
Oh, yeah, that is true. Then I just go, oh.
Where's the wreckage?
Where's the wreckage then? Oh, we should go back to the moon. I get another moon trip. And then we should search for
You know what? Just in case, let's bring all the Autobots.
Let's go check out the dark side of the moon, because there we difficult to spot there. And then that sets off, that reveals the army, job done. Or I could also just go kill the Patrick Dempsey character.
Mm-hmm.
In fact,
And his watch. And that bird.
Yeah. If I was a human by the third film, the best thing to do is to kill. Oh, I say kill.
Snipe his face off.
Stop. Why do we have to go there? But
He started it.
I did not.
I could go to John Turturro and go, you're still a government man in some ways.
He isn't. He's a conspiracy theorist.
But if I told...
He's basically Matt Pat.
Okay. In the first film, I find John Turturro and I go, you might want to check into this guy called Gould. I think he's working with the Decepticons. And he's Sector 7. He'll investigate it. So
Can you do that?
yeah, of course he does. He does it all the time.
Can you do that?
Sure. I know where he's going to be.
Does it break the rules?
You can go to his mum's butcher house. He'll probably be there at some point.
Yeah, in the second film.
Does it break the rules?
Does it break the rules? So, I suppose directly telling him would. And okay, I do this, right? I buy some butcher meat from that butcher's where he's working in the second film, and I go, I saw this weird thing the other day. There's this guy, that rich guy Gould. His watch seems to keep I see it sprout little legs and move around sometimes. I don't know what that's about. And then John Turturro go, what? And he goes, yeah. And,
How do you know he's not just going to be like, did you eat mushrooms today?
No, because he's a crazy guy who will hear me say that and instantly connect the two.
I think you're being too pedantic.
No. See, pedantic he was in our Star Wars episode. I couldn't walk past Obi-Wan Kenobi and go, oh yeah, or to my friend or whatever. I go, oh yeah, he's got...
Oh no,
Scott, you can't just hold grudges.
No, hang on. I think I let you do that.
No, you didn't.
Oh, okay, fine. I can't do that then.
Scott's being petty.
Okay, there's got to be another way to let John Turturro know. Oh, heck of it, I'll just kill the Patrick Dempsey character. Not Patrick Dempsey himself, he's fine. But the character within
you
as
could
well.
just walk into that butcher house with a file on him saying he's got
no, but that's the same as
and then you just drop it on the floor and he just has a look at it.
I will allow that.
You will allow that, Scott, then that's what I'll do then. rather than handing over cash, I handed her this file. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to hand her that. Here's the real money. You keep that, and then read it, and and then do something about it. Yes, that works. I think. Maybe not. If I was a Decepticon, though, I would do my other plan to use the cube to become a bigger robot.
Mm-hmm.
I would just do that and then take out Megatron and take over the Decepticons and rule from on high.
Alright.
Become a helicarrier.
But then Starscream would be like, "No! It was mine!"
I'd kill him instantly.
How would you kill him?
He's Starscream.
He's on the road trip.
That is valid. Alright.
He's not exactly the best. Like Megatron, he just lets Megatron grab him on random occasions and like slam him into the ground. So I'll just do the same as Megatron. Starscream, you. See?
There you go.
No more traitors in my midst.
But they're literally Decepticons. They're going to deceive and be traitors.
Not me though, I'm their leader.
Alright.
They deceive everyone else but themselves. I know they do deceive themselves into thinking that they were going to win.
Yeah, good idea.
Much like the Nazis.
The
That's going to get us demonetized.
I think the next question that we need to ask is how would we do this differently? As in, what if there were Transformers?
That's true.
Do you want to lead us through that, Mark?
That's a good question because I hadn't thought of that yet and therefore have not planned anything for this segment.
Well, we don't have to do the segment. We are light and
It's
breathing.
in the script.
I do think you're right though that we should consider for a second, what if machines around us could transform?
What about sick cars?
The thing is,
Wouldn't need to pay for a Bugatti. You just get one to scan it.
But here's what we've kind of been doing this. The truth is, when you go, hey, isn't it cool to imagine yourself being in the Transformers universe? You'd instantly go, yeah, I'm going to be Optimus Prime, or I can be Megatron, or Starscream, any of these characters, because it's cooler to transform into a robot. So,
but then you've got toasters and stereos and stuff.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want to be them. But the point is, when you think about yourself being, you don't think, I want to be Sam Witwicky. No. You think, I want to be the Autobot or Decepticon. So, in a universe where we had robots that could transform, wouldn't humans want to be that? Wouldn't not making it a Transformers universe, but you could think that the cool things that robots can do, why wouldn't humans want to transfer themselves into these robots?
So would it mean that scientists would start creating neural links?
Yeah. Like, I think we talk about the rise of robots and AI nowadays.
Yeah, so like
a Terminator scenario or a Matrix scenario.
Nine.
But
Terminator.
But the thing is, if you invented good robots, humans would go, I kind of want to get out of this body and into that cool thing that's durable and lasts forever and it's very fixable, unlike a human body. And I think that if you invented transforming robots, I think there's an unexplored sci-fi-ness there where humans don't just make robots to make their lives easier, but make robots to become them. And that kind of happens in what's called the Warhammer 40k universe. There's an entire race of Necrons who are all humanoid aliens who transfer their consciousness into these robot bodies. And there's a bit of, do they like it, don't they? Some do, some don't. But if you could invent transforming robots, every human would go, oh, it's cool that you've got a transforming robot, but I want to be that. Just like what, because that's what, we do this a lot in What If. We're trying to imagine ourselves in these universes, and I always say you can't be the cool people in these universes. But you kind of, that's what you want to do every time you imagine yourselves. If you're in Terminator, you kind of imagine, you want to be Arnold Schwarzenegger protecting people, Terminator.
Bang.
Yes. Why are you doing the German accent? Terminators don't, you can't just put everything as Nazi. The Terminators aren't like that. But either way, you would, like if you're in Toy Story, you want to be Buzz.
It's the closest thing I can get to doing a Schwarzenegger impression.
If you're in Star Wars, you want to be the Jedi. You don't want to be the bog standard human who has to put up with the Jedi and the Sith battling. But I think within the robot sci-fi worlds that we create, there should be a film that's more of a drive about putting yourself into them, and then where does that go? Is that better? And you kind of make it about being immortal, but isn't it more about being more than human? And we always go with the superhero route if you want to make a human more than human. But why not just go the robot way? Like, what's that other one? Ghost in the Machine. Like, in that, people are getting cybernetic enhancements to make themselves better, but they're still human. I'm talking about the full transfer. Especially if the robot is so cool that it can transform into a car, and be taller.
It could be a hologram as well. Hologram people.
Yeah, it can make holograms.
Yeah.
Just cooler. And that's what I would do with that what if scenario. What if they were transforming robots? Humans would want to be them, and then the struggle is humans trying to get into them in a way that's cool.
Humans would want to be them, and Transformers want to be with them.
Yes.
Oh, that's so disgusting.
And we will end it there.
Good idea.
Thank you, boys.
Before I say something else.
You came up with some great ideas, good and bad, keeping to our brief. I don't think you broke the rules too much. No.
I broke Sarge's rules.
It's easier, though, I think, to do things with the Decepticons than the Autobots. Because there's only like 7 Autobots at any one time.
That's true.
And there's literally hundreds of Decepticons.
Yeah.
Got that massive one in that third one.
The ships, for example, are huge. Oh, yeah, you're right. Shockwave and his driller thing.
His
was
big
sick.
worm.
Big worm. Good. So, boys, anything to plug? Start with you, Scott.
No.
Thank you. Over to you, Ben.
No.
No, wait, you do.
No.
We're not going to...
No. I am announcing that I have decided to stop
Oh.
doing stop motions. I'll let you decide why I'm doing this, but those reasons are for myself.
No problem. Personal reasons, we'll drop it. But you can still go and watch some of the old videos.
Yeah, the old videos will stay up, and so you can continue.
And they were quite cool. By the way, I think you might start a trend. I'm seeing a lot more videos like that now. So you
stop motion.
Yeah, well, stop motion of superheroes. I've seen them all.
That was long before me.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well before his time.
Never mind then. Either way, there. Go watch the old videos. They're fun. I found them fun. But good luck with whatever you're doing now, Ben.
Thank you.
And I guess that leads me to plug books.
Yeah, circling back to earlier.
Yep. We had a was it a spoiler? Yeah, it was a spoiler.
Intermission.
But now I alert
It
you
wasn't a
to...
spoiler.
Well,
The entire plot of the book.
Technically, it was actually.
Either,
Spoiler alert!
either way, I can announce in this video. Sorry, Ben. My 4th book in the Stolen Futures series is out now. It's called Future Imperfect, and that is the Stolen Futures franchise done now. It's like just a book
Until it becomes a film.
until it becomes a film or a theatre show, a musical. Hopefully,
Don't make it become a musical.
I'd love it as a
No.
musical.
No musical.
Some really good
No,
songs.
no musical.
Anyway,
No,
4 books
No.
are out now.
no
No,
musical.
I'm not talking about the music. I'm talking about the book series now, Scott. You can calm down. So, 4 books in this grand, quadratic, epic quadrology.
No
Yes.
musical.
Or quadrilogy. Is it quadrology or quadrilogy? Answers in the comments.
Trilogy.
Then like and subscribe. Anyway, and that is the end of that book series. But
Sad.
a new one coming out soon called The Demon Machine. My new fantasy series.
Sounds evil.
Well, the bad guys are evil. Anyway,
Really?
yeah,
Is that how that works?
that's how it works.
Who would have thunk it?
Who would have thunk it, indeed. So, watch out for The Demon Machine.
Whoa.
And go try it out. Thanks, Scott. Go watch out for the whole Stolen Futures series. That's Stolen Futures, Present Danger, then Past Rising, then Future Imperfect. And I promise you will like it. Oh, also, on this channel, I will soon be reading out the first book, like an audiobook, on some videos. So watch out for that too. Thanks everyone for watching.
Why?
That was a good...
What, for free?
Yeah.
No.
What? No! Get like Stephen Fry to read them.
Yeah, Stephen Fry.
Oh yes, sorry guys. Can you just send me I don't know £10,000 to convince Stephen Fry to do the reading?
There's no way to do it with 10 grand.
But yeah, I'm not going to have the money to do a good voice like Stephen Fry.
It's David Attenborough to do it instead.
I could get an AI voice to do it now that I think. No, I can't do that.
No, that is cheating.
Anyway,
Isn't that why the actors are on strike?
yes.
Actors are on strike?
Yeah.
Writers are on strike,
All of them.
and we stand by them.
The
As a
whole
writer, I do anyway. And so
Get back to work.
no, stop it.
Get back to work!
Stop it, man. That's unfair. They're negotiating for better pay, which they deserve. There's far too many rich people, and you know
Seen how
actors
Mark
do
Wahlberg
not-
gets
no,
paid?
not the actors are standing with them, but it doesn't mean that the writers don't always get good stuff.
I've seen how much the actors get paid.
Also,
and what
don't
they're on
forget they're
strike for.
trying to use AI to cut out real human beings who have real jobs, real lives, who don't get to transform. Anyway, thank you,
sad.
boys, for doing this.
I think that's time to end the
Let's
episode.
end it there
Ah.
on that political charge note. Anyway, thanks, boys. Say goodbye.
See ya.
Bye.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Ben. Have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Bye, everyone. Oh, the sound you hear is Ben and Scott transforming. Bye.